Hi, folks. This is my third attempt to getting arrested for a DUI. I'll try to explain the steps of what happens when you get arrested. Hope my phone doesn't stop on me. This is a third attempt. I did already take a 10-minute video of it, so no time to edit. Well, it was over the first time. So basically what happened was, I was doing DoorDash. It was Super Bowl Sunday, the 2018, the Eagles against the Patriots. Super Bowl. I thought it'd be a great day to do DoorDash. I made good money that day. And, for a Sunday, it's really excellent money. So I did I did maybe a 13 or 14 hour shift. And then I called my friend and I said, hey, I'll pick you up around 9 and we'll go to, Santa Cruz, I got a metal detector, we'll test it out, we'll have some fun with it. And, on the way there, I picked her up in San Jose. And, she was smoking weed at her place. I guess I inhaled too much of it. I don't smoke weed, nothing against it. Honestly, I see alcohol cause more problems than weed, and it should never been illegal. You look at the whole history of it, it's bullshit. Why legalize? Fucking assholes. Government's a bunch of assholes, don't trust them. And, so I picked her up. I inhale at her house, secondhand smoke, for the record. I felt a little, but it was nothing bad, because I had to drive Highway 17. Highway 17 is really a whiny road, and stuff like that, and it's full of cops. And, so I took her from, San Jose to Santa Cruz, went by the boardwalk, and, did the metal detector. And we're just hanging around, talked about, and I'd be cool, film a little civil horror film. I'll put my, purge mask on, and I was 10, I'm like, whoa, I'm creeping up on you, you know what I mean? Like, who are you? Stay away from me. Kind of like, 30-second, stupid horror movie. And, so we hanged around Santa Cruz for a couple hours. Then made a big decision, smart decision, didn't have one beer. I thought we had one beer, but I choose not to. So we hanged out, went from, I dropped her off in San Jose, and I did DoorDash in Mountain View. And I was kind of tired, but it wasn't like dangerous, I could say, I know my limits. I spent a lot of time to really, you gotta learn your limits. And, so after I dropped her off, then I drove from, it was, around Capital Expressway, start from there, head towards 87. At the very end of 87, like maybe a quarter after 101 meets 87, go to Louis Parkway, the cop came out of nowhere, fucking tailgate me. Fucking assholes. And, flashed everything. So they had to drive like a full exit, and they just had me drive a quarter mile to a gas station. And then they said it was suspicious because I was swerving a little bit. It was like making swerving, but it's not even fucking speeding. This is what pissed me off. I was not even fucking, maybe a little bit because the road's bumpy, the wind. It's not my fucking fault because it's fucking bumpy in the wind. Fucking assholes. I'm sorry, I get really emotional because cops are assholes. So emotional about this. You have to realize, taking away your freedom. And, so I did it was freezing cold. It was wind around that time. So I took my sweater. Only reason I took my sweater off because I didn't want them to think I was hiding anything. So I was wearing short sleeves and the shorts at the time. So I had dyslexia and stuff like that. And my balance is not the greatest. It's kind of ridiculous, even sober, I can't even balance that good. And I have dyslexia. I get numbers, I get things mixed up. So cops will use that. You're on something. Even if you have some kind of mental issue. You're always. So I failed the sobriety test. And so, they gave me the breathalyzer. I passed that. It was, zero, of course, it was 000. And, they said, well, we still think you're on something. So, they handcuffed me. Handcuffs hurt. Doesn't matter if they're loose or not, they hurt. They put behind your back. Your hands are behind your back. And they said, we'll take you somewhere. Get really tests, make sure. And, sitting in a cop car, your hands behind, you're leaning against it fucking hurts. You're being tortured. Very much you're getting fucking tortured. And your freedom's being taken away from you for some kind of, it's a matter of opinion. Some asshole rookie trying to make a name. The worst. Rookies are the worst cops. They're always trying to prove themselves. And, they'll arrest anybody. Doesn't make a name for themselves. I must see they have no fucking experience at all. So they took me to River City. I told them I'm diabetic. I go pee, so I need to wait for the person to show up. I said, I want to pee my pants. You know, how hard is it to let me go pee? Just let me go pee. You know what I mean? And I like it how it was okay for them to ask where the bathroom was, and they could go pee anytime. And I'm, you know, being against my will, first against my will, didn't do anything wrong in my freaking life. I just want to go pee. Simple. And so they, you know, they had me wait, you know, on a chair. They took the handcuff from, one wrist and handcuffed it to the chair. Once again, I'm being caged like a wild animal. You know, I've done anything. I've been cooperated. I've been doing things smart addict and shit like that. But it's cool. These fucking assholes. These fucking assholes. Cops are assholes. Don't trust them. They don't trust cops. Never trust anything with cops. They're not your friends. Just warning you now. My experience with cops, they're not your friends. They're assholes. All they do is try to find ways to, you know, take people to jail and ruin their fucking lives. You can see it on YouTube on their videos. Tons of videos of people getting arrested for, you know, stuff they didn't do against their will. So, back to the story. So they finally let me go pee. You know, my, you know, human rights. Oh, I want to go pee. I wasn't asking too much. I just want to go pee. So I wait a while, and then, I guess the, you know, training. You guys have more experience, but you see videos of people with massive training still people get arrested for DUI. If you have nothing in their system, people do get arrested. Suspicious. Fucking. I always use the word suspicious. Fuck you. Being suspicious is not illegal. They did the whole test on me in River City. Took me from San Jose to River City. They did, you know, where I was go. For the other cops shoved the testing, and I did more tests. They shoved lights in my eyes, and they took my arm, asking questions about cuts in my hands and stuff like that. And it's just work related. Short gloves. Fuck you. This is illegal. You're a cop. You're not my fucking boss. Don't worry about what I do my own job. Fuck you. Fuck you. Tell me to do my job. You didn't even know jack about my life. I get really emotional. I apologize. And then, very much, you know, a bunch of questions. They ask you how long, blah, blah, blah. All these bunch of questions, years, and, you know, stuff like that. I always get a lawyer. Fuck them. And then once again, the whole thing was done. I was there for 20 minutes. They asked me what the day is. I don't know what time it was. You know, I lose track of time. Got that, you're fucking nervous. They want your cell phone away from you. Fucking pigs. They're pigs. Cops are pigs. They are. Fuck you, cops. Fuck you. Hope you get this and fuck you. And, so basically, they took me from River City to the whole test thing, you know, look at my arms, seeing there any needles or shit like that. I don't know. There are ways to shoot, you know, drugs. Stupid pigs. I don't do that shit. But, so they took me, from, River City to, San Jose to get the blood. They found small traces of fucking weed. Small traces, like barely fucking traces. And they arrested me for that, for DUI, because they said if, any kind of, doesn't matter how much weed in my system, if I kill somebody, I get for murder. And, honestly, I've been in cars with people in weed. I'd rather be in a car with someone who's smoking weed than drinking. You know what I mean? I never had bad experience with somebody smoking weed all these years. So all that shit, you know what I mean? They don't know shit about weed. They just want to big people. Depressed people, as they are. They're dictators. And so they took me from the county jail, from the small traces of weed. And so they took me to the county jail. What they do is, they ask more questions. You get searched again. At this point, I've been searched like 3 times. They take your shoes off. They slide a flashlight and, you know, see anything hidden in your fucking shoe. You go to the Militecker, you have to take your belt off. Maybe 3 times. And then you have to wait for your turn for a doctor to look at you and ask a bunch of personal questions about your mental health and your health and stuff like that. And, I told them I'm diabetic. They give me a drug and they found me a little high. I think my sugar level was like, 150 at the time. And, after that, did a urine test and they walk into, they do your fingerprints, take a mugshot. And then they sent you to a room full of like, there were like 10 strangers. It was bigger than a jail cell, you know, more than a 10 by 10, something like that. Maybe like a 10 by 18 around there. And, bunch of strangers. You don't know shit. And I explained, they all laughed at my story because, you know, being arrested, they were all, come on, you did smoke some weed. And I was like, no, it was secondhand smoke, I swear. All I did was walking into somebody's house with smoking weed. And they didn't believe that story at all. And, so they took, and then I was there for 5 hours. One by one, everybody left. They put one tweaker, but the guy was acting weird, so they took him somewhere else. I'll admit to you, the sheriffs at the county jail were polite and nice. I'll give them that credit. But once again, you're being forced against your will. Didn't do anything illegal. You're not driving regularly. You're driving maybe a little bit, but it wasn't major. Really speeding. You know, and so I was there for 5 hours, freezing cold. I was fucking getting tortured. 5 hours, everything full blast. No, you're not warm at all. So after 5 hours, around 11 o'clock, I should be on DoorDash during 7, so I missed my shift. So I no show on my record for DoorDash. So around 11 o'clock, I got released. Reminding you, I left my car at a gas station, so the good chance could have got towed. So I got out, got my paper, got all my shit out. Called Lyft, got a ride from the county jail to the where my car was, and you know I took my car and I apologized at the gas station. I said, well, they took me, and I'm so glad my car didn't get towed. It cost me like $300. And then so I called myself, I got something to eat, calmed myself down, called the no cough lawyer, you know, explain my story. You know, there's a good chance that there's a good case against them because, you know, there's no law, you know, of swerving a little bit. You know, they must have a legal reason to pull you over. That's it. And, so I called I have money. You know, I was going to get my teeth fixed. I had money. I was like, you know, before getting arrested, I was happy, full of life. I was like, life is good. You know what I mean? Making good money with DoorDash, you know, other jobs. I was happy. First time in a while, I was happy. I had a really crappy year before. And it fucking screwed me out. I had plans to do more videos and stuff like that. I fucked it up. I had to get I called a lawyer. I had to get my $500, you know, down. And in a couple weeks, you know, copped up, or $800. So I had to pay $800 for like, almost like 6 months. And I'm getting these letters like a week later that, the charge has been dismissed, you know what I mean? You know, DMV didn't think to do illegal. That's the first sign that DMV didn't want to get